Hi and welcome to another King Geoffrey War review. As you can see, we are now on 98 wars won. Hopefully soon we'll be on 100. But at the moment it's 98, and as you can see here, the war log is looking very nice at the moment. We did have a war 35 v 35, which was an optional war against Monkey Brother. We won that one 80-54. I haven't done a review of that one because the optional ones I usually do two reviews together, two wars together in one review. And do them a little bit shorter for each, but because we had a mandatory war against Masters of Zest and it was such a good performance, I wanted that video to be just focused on that one war. So we haven't got a review for Monkey Brother, but we did very well. It was a very good performance. We did outmatch them by quite a bit. But then we came up against this clan, Masters of Zest. We can take a look at them. They actually had 101 wins. I believe they'd lost about 20 something had about 20 something losses. They had some very high level players. They were probably slightly better than us. It was a fairly even match, but they did their high Town Hall 10s were better than ours. They were also a level 6 clan, and this was the first ever level 6 clan that we've actually faced. So we were expecting it to be a pretty tough one. But in the end, it worked out that it wasn't that tough. Many of their Town Hall 10s, I think 15 of their 25 Town Hall 10s or whatever they had, were actually upgrading one hero. So a lot of their Town Hall 10s were a hero down. Their Town Hall 9s weren't 3-star specialists, which, you know, not a lot of clans do have that, so that's nothing bad. It's just that we do 3-star a lot of Town Hall 9s. So yeah, we're going to go and watch some replays. I think I've got about 15 replays to show from this war. We'll look at the stats first. We won this one 102-69. We had 9 attacks lost, which is quite high for us. 14 3-stars, 29 2-stars, and just the 2 1-stars. So we did very well. We 3-starred 14 Town Hall 9s. I'm not sure how many Town Hall 9s they had in total. Let's have a look. They had 25 Town Hall 10s. So what's that then? 19 Town Hall 9s then they had. We 3-starred 14 of those. And we had, on the other hand, we had 27 Town Hall 10s, so we actually had 2 more Town Hall 10s than them. Their top bases and heroes and stuff were a bit better than ours, but a lot of them didn't have heroes, of course. Yep, so let's start watching some replays. We're going to watch first the raid on number 1, and that is Moxie on Katie. I will say that Moxie hit number 1, I hit number 2. We wouldn't normally go that high, but our first 20 Town Hall 10 attacks, we actually 2-starred 15 of their bases. So by the time me and Wux attacked, there wasn't much left, to be honest, and we fought 14 Town Hall 9 3-stars. So we basically cleaned up number 1 and number 2. And this was a great attack, and mine was a good attack as well. We'll watch that one after this, but this one first. Looks with a go white with the, I think she's using 4 Peckers here. It did work quite well. She did forget, she didn't see the clan castle go to the west side, so she missed the clan castle, but still did very well. And in the end, it was not a problem at all. 50% came up, 52%, and there we go. That was a nice raid by Wux on number 1. Now the raid on number 2, which was me. So my raid on this base, which right from the start I actually did like the look of this base. And then I realised a bit later that all the splash damage was up top. So I thought I'll attack from the bottom and see how it goes. So here it is. Basically it's just a go wipe. Everything seemed to go really, really well. Spell drops were perfect, wizard drops were perfect. I was really happy with this one. I didn't have any issues really. Clan Castle split on me, but I got the witch. I didn't actually get the witch actually, looking at it there. But anyway, once I was in the core, could freeze pretty much everything in the core, and I got 50% town hall. So it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy raid. But I do actually think this was one of the easier bases in this war, despite it being one of the most upgraded. So that was my raid on number 2. I'm going to go down to number 5 now, because we didn't 2-star 3 and 4. They were the only bases we didn't 2-star. So number 5 was Algarvio. And for people who watch our videos, they're going to know what sort of raid this is. Another really nice Larvalunian from Algarvio, with both heroes this time. Really nice. He gets in that core and absolutely destroys it. This base, I saw a video on this base the other day. I think Galadon was doing a video about, he called this the secret base. I mean, I've been seeing it pop up a few times lately. I didn't know it had a name or anything, and I didn't think it was that good a base, to be honest. And Algarvio's just wrecked it here, so I'm not sure what's secret about it, but we did it quite easily. Tim Treadwell on number 6. Tim, who this war had to do 2 phone attacks. He was away on business and he had a plane to catch at the last minute, and so I drew him up a plan for this one and sent it to him on band, and he came on with the time he had, and he got the 2 stars on it. Did a really good job. So here he is, going in from the east side. Having a bit of trouble with that clan castle. It does look a hell of a lot of troops there, but he does deal with it in the end. The single inferno was probably the only worry really. As long as he got in to that side on the east side, the queen was going to pull him in, and although she came out, but he really, I mean, he gets the jump in the right place, he freezes in the right place. It was really well, really. It was a good raid, because there was a lot of troops and a lot of skeleton traps in that core, so it could have actually gone very wrong, but it was a good raid. There were some very, very good raids in this war. I actually said at the end of this war that this is probably, considering the level of players we had in our war lineup, that this was probably the most complete, best performance that we've ever had as a clan as a whole. And as I say that, we get another war with a matchup against a clan with 120 something wins, and well, we're doing even better actually in that war currently. We're absolutely smashing them. We got 95 stars after 50 attacks or something, so we're doing really well there. So this is now probably our second best ever performance, behind the one we're currently in. Anyway, number 7, a raid by Conrad. One of the good things also about this war is that we actually took out the low bases, the low Town Hall 10s really, really quickly. We also 3-starred a lot of Town Hall 9s really, really quickly. That meant that the only bases left to go for were quite high bases. Now that left, obviously, me and Moxie had to go for top 2. That meant Conrad, who's our 22, had to go for number 7, and we had quite a few things like that. I think Nick, the new Nick, he had to go quite high as well, and he's like our number 20. And all these guys got 2 stars. So it really was a great performance. I mean, you see this. I mean, Conrad has level 20 king, level 21 queen, so it's not that high. And this base is, I don't know, having a quick look at it, it looks completely maxed to me. Their number 7 is a maxed base, apart from walls. And Conrad, Cosmis, whatever you want to call him, is absolutely wrecks it. Although he did need his queen on the town hall at the end to get the town hall, but still, it was a very good raid, and you know, quite comfortable in the end. 55% with a few archers left. Great raid. So that was the raid on number 7. So let's see, we've got 3 more Town Hall 10 attacks. If we're going to look at number 8. So we have Rhino, formerly known as Peter. And he's raiding this one. Again, if you look at it, I think all his defences are maxed. I think their top 11 were maxed in this one. So, I mean, we did have 2 extra Town Hall 10s, but you've got to remember we only had, I think, 4 maxed bases in this one. They had 11 maxed bases. So, you know, it was going to be pretty tough. But we really did really well. Like I say, first 20 attacks on Town Hall 10s, we got 15 2-stars. That was absolutely brilliant. But yeah, like I say, in the current war, which I'll do a review of later tonight or tomorrow, we actually did better than that. We currently have, I think we're at a stage about half an hour ago when I last looked in the current war, we had 3-starred 18 of the 19 Town Hall 9s and had about 10 Town Hall 9 attacks left. And we actually had 24 Town Hall 10 attacks left. And the only Town Hall 10s left to 2-star was their number 3 and their number 18, I think. And they've both been 1-starred. And we have 20-something Town Hall 10 attacks left. So we're absolutely crushing it in this current war. So I'm looking forward to doing that review. Number 9 was done by Deathpill. Here we go. Again. Go on. We do a lot of go wipes, but everybody has their own style. Some people use a lot of witches, some people use a lot of wizards, some people use a lot of peckers, some people use 3 golems, some use 5 golems, some use 6 golems. It's very different strategies. It's the same strategy but different army compositions, and I find it really good because people aren't just going in with the same army for every base. People are looking at the base and seeing, you know, what they need, whether they need more wizards, more witches, and then they're adjusting to that, and they're doing really well. And with the Town Hall 9s, the same. They don't all use the same strategy. This is a great raid by Deathpill. And I'd like to reiterate that we do not use any sort of help or any cheats or any mods or anything like that. All the raids that we do here that you see on our channel, they are all legit raids. So I would recommend anyone that's wanting to improve their raids and get better at certain strategies, I would recommend that they actually watch our videos. I know we don't 3-star Town Hall 10s a lot, but to be fair, not that many do anymore. Or should I say, a lot of the ones that did, maybe some were using certain ways that we don't. I'm not going to accuse anybody, but we know it's a well-known fact anyway that clans do that. But we do not use any sort of exploits in this game. So people who want to learn good strategies and good attacks, I would recommend them to watch our attacks. We do fail a lot, but we do get some really good raids with quite low level heroes considering the opposition that we face. So this was a great raid by Credo. Another number 15 on their number 10. Another maxed base. Another guy with level 20 king, level 25 queen. So that's another really good raid. So that was on number 10. So I'm going to move on to the Town Hall 9s. We're nearly at the 15-minute mark now, but I don't mind this one being a little bit longer because it was a really good win. We're going to go to the Town Hall 9s now. We're going to watch Ray on number 27. So here we go. Ray is doing a Goho. and he's got very, very good at this. As people will know by now in our clan, Ray actually 3 stars nearly every attack he does. But what the thing is that separates him from most is that Ray is very, very good at maths. He's doing, I'm not sure what it is he's doing at the moment studying wise, but he's studying some quite high level maths at the moment. And he actually uses maths to do his attacks here. So when he does this, he works out how many hit points each giant has, how many hit points the hogs have, how much DPS all the defences are going to do, and then he does his attack. It's actually, I mean, there's no way I could go through all that and take that amount of time to do that. I mean, but he really does take his time, and he really does plan his attacks really, really well, and he is definitely one of the best attackers that we have. So here's another 3-star from him. Actually, current war we're doing, he didn't 3-star Town Hall 9 in the current war. He 2-starred. He was very unlucky, but he tried something different, I think. I think he tried Valks. So that's the first Town Hall 9 raid you're going to see. We are now going to watch number 28, which is JDub. I'm going to assume this one is an air attack. It is. So this is an attack that you'll see quite often when you come up against mixed Town Hall 10, Town Hall 9 clans. A lot of maxed Town Hall 9s we face in war. We see a lot of these attacks. Problem is they don't do them very well. We do see a lot of clans that do them very well. Well, a lot of them tend to just throw in golems and heroes and then drop the hounds and drop the loons. But it's a bit more complicated than that to regularly 3-star using this strategy. JDub is very good at it and is doing very well. So you can see the amount of the base is cleared out at the bottom is absolutely incredible. He nearly didn't get the west side crossbow, but he gets there in the end. And then all the defences are down, and he's got a few wizards, a few pups cleaning up. He's got the balloon, he's got a hound there that didn't actually pop, or has he got 2? I think it's just 1. But obviously they completely destroyed the bottom of the base early on in the raid, so they didn't need to take out the bottom. And another great raid by JDub. We really do have some good attackers, and I think the reason our Town Hall 9s have become so good at 3-stars is generally because we have, I was looking at the statistics that we have. I read from Tinman here. I was looking at the statistics that we have on the website and going back to see how many of our members have been in the clan more than 6 months, and I think we have something like 27 members in the clan that have been with us 6 months or more. And I think that's one of the reasons why our Town Hall 9s are getting a lot of 3-stars at the moment, because they've been together for quite a long time and they've helped each other and worked with each other and learned all these strategies together. And I think it really, really helps having a good core of players. I just hope that not too many go to Town Hall 10 soon, and we can keep some good Town Hall 9 attackers to help the new guys who come in. Because it would be a shame to split up the Town Hall 9 team. It has been doing excellent lately. They really have been doing well. Very impressed with our Town Hall 9s. And there we go. Another 3-stars on number 30. So next one is number 31. That's Mayfair. Another one of our members who regularly 3-stars with quite a few different strategies, to be honest. This time with loons, sometimes use hogs. Generally prefers air attacks though, but he is a very good attacker with any army setup really. I got 3 more raids to show after this one, so we're probably going to be going towards the half-hour mark by the time we finish this, or 25-minute mark anyway. But it was a good performance, and I really liked. I want to show these raids properly because we did do really, really well. And they weren't easy bases either. They had good bases. And as I said, their Town Hall 10s were higher level than ours. On defense, I mean, on offense, I think we were better on offense than them. We had better heroes overall, I think. Plus, they had a hero down most of their guys. But defensively, they were better. They had better bases than us. So they probably evened it out with the with our attacking levels. Great raid by Mayfair. I'm sorry if I keep sniffling a little bit, but I've got a bit of a cold, so. But I wanted to do this video and get it done and out of the way because we've got another one coming up soon. The war will be ending tonight, and hopefully the way it's going, we're doing really, really well, and it's going to be a very nice video to record. I don't want to speak too soon, but we are doing very well. So Romanus Nero here. You may spot a few mistakes in this raid, but to be fair to him, he got 3 stars. This was his first, I think, he's quite a new member, but I think this was his first Go Lava Loon. So he can be a bit forgiven for it being a little bit messy. But he gets 3 stars anyway. Had a bit of trouble at the beginning with the hero drop, but then he did quite well. It was quite a good raid. He got the balloons in very nicely and pathed them very nicely, so it was a nice raid by him. Let's check the chat, see if anything's happened. HBK, can I try 18? Yes, you can. Very good. Can't see anything happening, so back to Nero's raid, which I rudely interrupted. Oh, HBK already failed. Okay. So, 3-star there from Nero. So what do we got left? That was on number 35. 2 more. Moxie, another fairly new member. And he is going to 3-star this base with Go Wee Wee. So Go Wee Wee with a... what's he got in the clan castle? I don't know, I didn't see what was in the clan castle. Was it a golem? I think so. So no Peckers, I don't think. A nice raid nonetheless. Gets into the core nicely. He actually does this really well because he has 2 jump spells. It actually worked quite well because he went through the base really, really nicely actually. Very evenly all the way down, so this base did not stand much of a chance against this. Actually a great raid by Moxie there. Very impressed. Very, very nice. So there we go. There we go. Okay, so one more raid. Number 45. Their bottom Town Hall 9. So we've seen the top base, now we're going to see the bottom base. As you can see, apart from walls and 1 crossbow, is it? Other than that, it looks like it's a maxed Town Hall 9. Yep. And Glorp is going to do a Go Lava Loon. And he is going to 3-star this base. So when we've seen that, he's taken a zap with him, even though there was a dragon in Clan Castle. So I think this was the first raid on this base, so he didn't know there was a dragon in Clan Castle. I guess that's another bit of proof that we don't do any sort of cheating. Or you wouldn't be taking zap spells to deal with dragons. It's a nice raid. It was, I guess it could have been better, but Dwarf hasn't been doing this strategy for very long, and he is our number 44, so he's got low level heroes. But he's done well there, and he gets the 3 stars, and that will be the last raid of this review. So all there is to say now, I'm going to go over and I'm going to have a look. And well, I'm not going to have a look actually, because I don't need to look. I've already chose who the war heroes are. And the war heroes are, funnily enough, for Town Hall 10, the war heroes are Dossier and HBK, who we didn't actually see any raids from them, because they did go a bit lower, but they were 2 of the guys who did early attacks and got those lower Town Hall 10s wiped out, which was very nice and very good of them. They both got 2 stars each, so they're going to be war heroes. And the Town Hall 9 war heroes are Tinman and Ray, because they 3-starred twice and they did the highest Town Hall 9 3 stars. May was the other one that got 2 3 stars, but his was slightly lower, so Tinman and Ray get the nod for this one. Stats we've seen before. We know that we won 102.69. We can have a quick look at the war log. As you can see, very nice. Just those few wins, losses down there that we did a few small wars chasing XP. We don't bother with chasing no more. We make sure we're doing it properly. And yeah, so great stuff. If you want to check us out, go to www.kingjeffreyclan.wordpress.com. And we'll see you soon for another war review and hopefully another King Jeffrey win. Hope you enjoy your day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.